Hi, I'm Tam the Wizard, and today I'm going to do a step-by-step tutorial on how to make a simple sourdough bowl. The first thing we need to do is to feed our starter. Now, if you don't have a starter, you can buy my dehydrated starter or fresh starter on Facebook or at the Burlington Farmers Market. Let's get started feeding our starter. First, you need a kitchen scale. You need a clean mason jar. You need some filtered water. We also need some inactive starter. We're going to turn on our scale. This is 20 grams of water, and then we're going to add 20 grams of inactive starter. Now we're going to add 20 grams of all-purpose flour. I'm going to give it a stir. We're going to slip a rubber band over the top to mark where it is, because one of the tells to know that it's active is when it's doubled. We're now going to let this sit to activate. This might take anywhere from 4 up to 10 hours if you're in a super cold environment. You just want to look for it to be doubled, for it to be really active and bubbly. Now that our starter is bubbly and active, we are ready to mix our dough. The first thing we're going to do is turn our scale on. I'm using grams as our measurement. Then we're going to add in 375 grams of filtered water. Next, we're going to add in 75 grams of our active starter. And you see it's floating. That's a really good sign. Next, we need 10 grams of sea salt. The last ingredient is 500 grams of bread flour. I'm going to mix as much as I can with the spoon, but eventually it cannot be avoided. Your hand is getting in here. What we're looking for here is a shaggy dough. We're not looking for smooth. We just want there to be no sign of dry flour. We're going to put a towel over this and we're going to let it sit for 30 minutes. So it's been about 5 hours since we started, and we've done 4 sets of stretch and folds. And now we're going to check to see if bulk fermentation is complete. So we're going to look here and we see these bubbles, and you'll see all my finger pokes. You can see it's not sticky to the touch. I can handle it. So we're going to use this bench scraper just to pull it out. I am going to put a little bit of flour, and this is very light. There are a lot of shaping techniques that you could do. I'm going to do an envelope fold. And we're going to fold this end in, and then I'm going to start bringing these 2 ends in as I fold it. We are looking for a very tight ball, and then we're going to use our hands and we're going to pull it back. What we're trying to do here is tighten this ball. So we've got our tight ball, and I have a tea towel. I'm going to set the tea towel in the bowl, and I'm going to dust it lightly with flour. And then we're going to put our dough smooth side down. So I'm going to do what's called stitching, and I'm going to, this is tightening up the shape even more, just stitching it over on itself. And then I'm going to sprinkle some flour on, and we're going to wrap it up. And this is going to cold ferment or cold proof overnight up to 48 hours. The longer it is, the tinier it'll be. And so you can decide.